Welcome and be inspired with Dominic. Today we're going to reach into the endless void of
your to-do list.
The endless void of space to find a star that's amiable to my plight.
That would be us.
For me to negotiate a mutually beneficial agreement.
Between you and a star?
Yes.
Just checking. Carry on. Also, Starbond, maker of fine
and less fine
CA clues, sent me some to try out. They're not sponsoring me directly, which is a shame. Why? Because then he would finally be worth something. Wow. On brand though. But they did give me an affiliate link that you can use for 10% off, while I also get a little kickback.
I thought kickback was bad.
Only if you're a table saw.
Oh.
What are the clamps for? I thought he was using CA glue for every bond in that gluer. I mean, if he's reaching for the stars anyway.
Wait.
Good point.
There was something about CA glue, wasn't there?
I should have kept my mouth shut.
I have not actually used to open one of them, but what I like already is the number of spare tips they give you.
I think I know what he's doing.
And how odd is it?
Very.
Checks out then.
Let's also try the accelerator.
He is trying to connect with a star.
You mean?
Yes. He is entering into a star bond.
That has to be the most outlandish product pun out there. And hard-earned too.
Full disclosure, pretty sure that wood glue would give me a better bond over the whole surface. But I'm reaching for the stars. If something breaks, I still have the option to use wood glue later, or the super thin CA glue, which will seep down into those cracks and close them up if necessary. Back at it.
Is there a special trick to which side to spray?
The larger one.
So you don't have glue on the overhang where you could easily glue yourself to it. You mean not to do it the way he just did? Exactly. Looks like he's covering up missing footage again. Yep. What is it? Let me guess, you know his intentions, and he just did something that completely messes with his original idea. Is it that obvious?
Kind of.
I meant to cut it up this way, rearrange the strips, flip them over and do a chaos blank type of thing, but apparently I was so eager to cutting this around that I cut myself short.
Is it wise to use CA glue for that?
Only one way to find out.
To try it?
No, have him try it. Wood turning is a great way to create usable shapes quickly.
Even though the sanding can take long.
It always does. But it is hard to put into words. You need to either get in front of a lathe and a mass experience, or just watch it for the beauty of it. Good point. So while I turn this wood into shape, it's time for a word from our sponsor. At least I managed to make the cultists believe that there is big money in it. What? Starbond offers a wide variety of CA clues.
That's awesome. What do they do?
For us, stick our ropes to everything but the project. But for someone with a less limiting dress code, they glue things together really well.
Awesome.
When did we agree to do this bit? We didn't. We just wanted to. And why are we in Dominic's shop?
So he can cut down on green screen use.
What? So, like I said, make sure not to glue your terribly unwieldy cult ropes to anything.
You just wanted to use this as an opportunity to talk trash about our ropes. Wanna have a swing at our lair too while we're at it?
Yes, but the gap in the door frame is too wide for CA Clue to cover.
Also the reason why it's so cold. Another cool application is to use CA Glue as finish on the lathe.
Don't touch the...
Are they okay?
We can unwind them later.
Okay.
Stop on CA Clue. CA stands for Cult Approve.
It does?
It does now.
CA Glue as finish on the lathe. Also a great way to get as much of that CA Glue smell into your nose.
So if you value your respiratory system, you should make sure to do it in a well-ventilated area.
Or wear a mask rated for that kind of stuff.
I get my respiratory systems on the cheap directly from the factory, so I don't mind that.
You could also use some kind of fume extractor, like some people make for soldering. You should have used medium or thin.
Why?
Look at this shot.
After you watch this video, or in between.
Is that why he adds pieces of toilet paper?
Probably. Certainly not because he is hiding his mistakes by playing the footage backwards.
Although tearing easily is an advantage of using paper stuff rather than cloth.
You always manage to make him look good, don't you?
This is a cool trick to hold pieces temporarily. Painter's tape and CA glue.
I imagine he's using black for better visibility.
Yes.
Why are you so quiet?
We are enjoying his craft.
And what craft is that?
Being unexpected.
In a non-threatening, non-obtrusive way.
We really need to conduct more rituals here. The kind that will keep you busy.
Most of them require a heated ritual chamber.
Shall I turn the heating on so we can get to it?
Let's continue watching him for a little bit longer. Didn't you say it was a temporary solution?
Every solution is temporary.
Until it isn't.
That's a very philosophical way of saying that these paths will not suffer from harsh forces so he can get away with being lazy.
Yes.
Are you still admiring his craft?
No.
We have no clue what he's doing now.
But it is interesting to watch. Why do I even try?
Yeah, I had an idea for this, and the idea is that this thing is basically reaching out for the stars, and there's still a piece missing. And of course I need a star. Yes, I can send a probable signal out and wait for it to come back, but that takes time. So why not make a star? And that's what I wanted to do here. Except I winged it. Because if you want to fly, you need wings, and there's no air and space, so that should have known better. The idea is to glue these together until they form a complete star. If they don't come out as a full star, well, I can always half star it.
I don't mean to be rude.
Yes, you do.
Yes, maybe. But is it just me, or did he maybe inhale a little bit too much of the CA glue?
Or the accelerator.
Yes.
Not necessarily, but possible.
Something is happening. So, that's what he wants to catch? Half a star?
Well, it's 50% better than nothing.
So that's kind of the project. Frankly, it's not what I set out to do, but well, it's what I ended up with, and it contains a lot of CA glue. The idea at the beginning was to make this a little more pronounced, like a proper bowl or radio telescope, and then also add something proper for the center. Then I would have taken this one, made it complete, and hung it somewhere from the ceiling, and put this one here to look for the star or something like that. But for several reasons it didn't come to be quite as I had expected. One of them was that my stock wasn't large enough, and I didn't want to go in this dimension with stacking it, so that's what made this one flatter, but I think it kind of works out with this plywood base, which I like. This one, if I look at it now, I think it would not actually turn out around like this half, because it looks like half a star, but it's wider than half a star would be, given the other dimensions, so I kinda like that. It's either a star or flower or star flower or flower star. Also, I think the star and the ball go together quite well, even though they're kinda different species, but they are both different species, so that works out. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell down below. Also check out my shorts, somewhere up there, which I hope you find interesting too. Like I said, there's an affiliate link down in the description for Starbond. If you're buying CA glue, you get 10% off, and the channel gets a little kickback, which I would appreciate. Again, they sent me the glue, they didn't tell me to say anything. They also didn't tell me to do an ad, but the cult just wanted to.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
Oh well. Maybe it was me who wanted to. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to be inspired.
Oh.